Morning, and welcome back to your podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Beth Anne.
And I'm Kaylee.
And we're just kidding. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Beth Anne.
And we're so glad you're here.
Do you want to say that every time? I started thinking it's so, I love it so much. I don't know what I was about to say. Nothing negative, though.
Yeah, nothing negative.
And I kind of want people to say it with us.
Yeah.
I want it to be a little jingle.
No,
Fiona was having a nightmare in my lap just now. God love her.
She was in a deep slumbie.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever
she's so
consider a
sweet.
jingle eventually?
Of course.
For our podcast?
Yes, I would.
Perfect.
Matt, it's like a little tune.
Love you. You're so glowy. You're having a great skin and a great hair day.
So I did commit. If you saw a TikTok that I posted last week, I said that I was going to be wearing makeup on every podcast moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's so very human blank, looking at myself in these high definition cameras. But I don't know at my big old age whether or not I'm getting pink eye. I went to bed a couple nights ago. And I was like, okay. And actually, it's actually itching, like as I'm talking about it. Woken her up.
You know what it is? It's Tommy, being a serial farter and always blowing smoke on your face.
I know.
That
could be the reason for the season. I don't know if I have pink eye. I was having that weird sensation. It was like swelling underneath. We got to a Mexican restaurant the other night. I'm like, I looked down at the basket of chips and I literally saw my under eye. I was like, oh my gosh, wait. So I went to the bathroom and
washed your hands.
It was getting pink, so I was rubbing it. So is it irritated or is it pink eye?
Right.
And
allergies as well.
it went away. So then I was like, it's allergies. And they are itching. They're not super red and pink. Like I've woken up with it goopy and cruised it over and like not been able to go on with my day. Like I woke up and I couldn't open an eye. I thought that I was going to be blind.
How
Anyway,
about
So I don't know. I don't know if it's pink eye. Whole point of me saying
the urgent
this-
care across the street?
No, I know. But the urgent care across the street doesn't always have a doctor there.
Right.
And sometimes they just have someone working at the front and then you go there and you pay a copay and you talk to telehealth. It's like, I could have talked to telehealth from my podcast chair. Like, I don't want to go to your office, talk to telehealth.
That's correct. Did you take my advice and use the spray, the eyelash spray? I have to use it because I get a stat in my eye all the time. And I laid it out for you last evening. You're getting out of the shower and it doesn't seem like you did. Also doesn't seem like you listened to me when I told you to plug in the camera batteries last night. Oh no.
Okay. I didn't see that spray. Number one. Number two, you didn't even let me finish what I was talking about with my pink eye. So we're going to go back. My pink eye.
Are you upset with me?
It's just like,
I've frustrated you.
I just want to complete a thought.
I'm all ears.
Anyway, I don't have makeup on because I didn't want to risk rubbing pink eye all around my face if I have that. So thank you for saying that I look glowy and glorious. For the record, you said that you were going to plug in the camera batteries. So I just kind of left that to you. I shouldn't have done that. And so it still is my fault. Because as soon as you mentioned it, I should have like set a reminder or something. I really want to use that eyelash spray that you were talking about. I didn't know you had that or that you used that. Have you been able to collect yourself over the past 60 seconds?
Just let me know when you're ready for my thoughts.
I'm ready now.
I told you when you were getting out of the shower yesterday. No. When you were getting into the shower last evening, I said, I'm laying out this eyelash spray for you. I often have to use it for my styes. I think it could help keep your eyelashes clean. No response. Therefore, no action was taken.
Did I hear you?
I mean, it was only us in the
here
bathroom, and neither of us were on the phone.
In the shower, you weren't here. I was on the phone with you, and I was like, I'm going to get in the shower. And then you got home when I was getting out of the shower. So I think you're like, did you dream this?
No. What day did we go to Chili's?
Yesterday.
We went to Chili's yesterday?
We went to Chili's yesterday.
Okay, then it was yesterday.
It wasn't because you weren't home yet. Remember? You went to go get Fiona more food.
That's right.
And I was in the shower, so we were on the phone, and I was like, I'm going to get in the shower. And then we hung up.
Okay.
And when you got home, I was getting out of the shower.
Well, I know that I laid it out because I saw it laid out this morning. And
maybe
I used
just the order of events is a little tangled in your mind. That's okay.
That is okay. Oh, happy day. happy day. You wash my sins away. Oh, happy day.
And I'm glad that you brought this back up because now I'm going to remember to use the eyelash spray because I would like to use it. So it flushes out the eyes.
I mean, it just keeps them clean.
Okay, love
So
that.
it says, just a little spray. You know, I
Yeah.
love a spritz.
Yeah. No, I need to.
The power of a spritz.
I really hope that I don't have pink eye because it's horribly contagious. And we're supposed to go to Charleston this weekend for Gage's nephew's second B-Day. Literally can't wait. I'm going to go.
Do you want to go first thing in the morning to the urgent care? Because I feel like today is so crazy busy.
I can go in the morning. I really think I'm fine.
Yeah,
I woke
but you
up with
need
it
the
like
confirmation.
crusty and like a titch bit goop, but then like it's gone now.
Ooh, yeah, but is it your left eye?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell.
She's working.
Okay. She's itching.
Yeah. And like,
I think I have to go today.
let's go today. Let's go
Okay.
today. And I'll walk in the parking lot and get my steps in because I noticed you went on a walk earlier without me when I
You've
was
been
working.
a little bit paranoid and obsessed about the steps. Like when we were sitting in the car yesterday talking, you were like, let's go. I feel like I should be walking.
Well, you have to maximize and really capitalize on the time. Even if it's just 10 minutes, that's
I
like
know.
500 steps.
I know. And so I started thinking, good news, great joy, everybody. We had the movers come this morning. We got the couches moved out of here. Well, I say the couches because it's a 5-piece thing. It's a big fat couch. Moved and shipped off a couple hours away. And what?
No, I don't know.
So now we have plenty of space in this living room until we get our new furniture. All that being said, should we slap down our walking paths with our free space now? Wow. Can't believe you. Did you forget?
No, it wasn't that I forgot. I almost just had to write off the idea because I started getting so
Overwhelmed. Like, where are we going to put the
Yep,
walking
and I was like,
paths?
you know what? It'll just be when we move out. But we have them. We got them for Christmas.
We have the walking paths.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Let's
You
do
today?
it to it. Potentially.
It would have to be like in the nighttime.
It would. It would. It could be this evening. And then I was thinking whenever we do get the new furniture, I was thinking as in within the last 15 seconds.
Okay.
We can just
You've been
roll them
thinking.
up. And we can put one in my room
Yeah.
and then put the other one in the PR room.
Yes.
Oh.
And then we can drag them out because I always want to walk like beside each other.
Yeah, we'll
in my
drag them
fellowship
out.
while we walk.
Drag them out when we can.
Oh, excuse me.
No worries.
I mixed in this bone broth protein powder in my coof this morning, and I'm kind of feeling like I complain about my heartburn from my coof every time we record.
Do you have heartburn
I
again?
think it's a thing. It's just a titch bit of indigest.
You should just wake up and pop Tums first thing. Pop it.
I'm so embarrassed about having pink eye at 24 years old. Can
That's
we
how I
talk about
felt.
how tomorrow is our half birthday to 25?
Is it? Feliz cumpleaños, my Jess.
Oh, feliz cumpleaños a ti. I just don't know.
Do you want to have a B-Day celebration this year?
I feel like we should do something crazy for our 25th. 20? A quarter of a century old.
I literally knew that my neck was looking old. Like I knew it, 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 and everything's making sense.
We never really do anything big for our birthdays, but I would love to.
Okay.
Go big or go home. I kind of want someone to secretly
plan something.
plan something for us. If
Who's
you're listening to
somebody?
this, just like make
And like if you're near and
Secret.
dear.
I don't know, like something big though. We go out of the country?
Yeah.
Tropical vibes?
We're going out of the country in June though, and that's going to be like quite the price. I feel
Yeah,
like what
it
if we
is.
just that could always just be a big B-Day celebration.
It always could be a big B-Day celebration.
Wait. That's before our birthday.
Yeah, that's in June.
What a tease. I thought that was okay.
It's still going to be hot and
I don't
sunny
know.
in somewhere in September.
That's correct. Let's just start entering some raffles and see if we win anything. Let's just go to Shoe Carnival and spin
No,
the
I'm going
wheel.
on another cruise.
Me either.
I'm not.
Me either. Just because I have
I've-
nothing against them.
I went from never going on a cruise to
3 in 1 year.
3 in 1 year.
Mm-hmm. One being 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it wasn't that I was like sick and tired of the boat. It was more so our producer.
Our producer said trapped.
Yeah. And like the same food. Well, when I went cruising around Europe with Gage and his parents, that was so like we were in a different country every single day. That was
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
The only thing is you only have a limited amount of time in each place. So you're kind of in the back of your head, like paranoid the whole time about missing the boat, or just, you don't want to get too far. You are in another country. So when you get in a taxi or you get in, you don't know. Like, you don't have your bearings. You don't know where you're at. So I loved the experiences. We all agreed that you can't plan. I mean, you can't see that many countries like any other way.
Right.
But now that we know, we'll probably, if we go back to Europe or whatever, fly in to like our favorite area and just stay there and maybe ferry around to nearby places. Really, that's what I want to do with Greece.
And I thought about
we're gonna go back. We have to.
Greece, yeah, for like a B-Day thing. What I also thought about is, do you want to go to Morocco for our 25th?
We could go to Morocco.
North Africa?
So I'll admit, whenever she said, okay, we've got to get some context.
Do it.
We have a friend at the gym, just someone that's always there when we are. And her parents, they still live in Morocco, or they moved to Morocco?
Yeah, I think they retired and moved to Morocco.
They retired and moved to Morocco, and they had like a hotel there. They
a little
own.
boutique hotel.
Boutique hotel. She's like, let us know. We'll rope off a room.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
And Morocco. I don't know where I thought Morocco was, but I don't think I realized it was Africa.
I don't know if I have
That's so amazing.
the most confidence going somewhere without knowing anyone or anything. Like, it kind of feels like, whoa, Nelly. You know, but also how freeing it could be.
It would be crazy. I wonder how long that flight is. I'm looking it
Wait,
up.
do a Google search.
No, I am. Oh my gosh. I just
You lifted your mic up.
literally took my mic on a flight.
I don't know anything about that area or would let you know what to expect with that area. I don't know how safe it is or how safe it isn't. But I feel like we could pick out some really fun outfits for the occasion.
Definitely. I was also a flight to Morocco from ATL is 13 like 14 hours.
I don't want to
maybe
go. I don't want to go. I don't want
maybe
to.
we would. They're not that expensive. It says $838 for a
Because
ticket.
who wants to sit on a plane for 14 hours?
People go to Australia. That's the place I really want to go. I want to go to Australia. Places on my bucket list: Australia, Japan, Italy. Oh my goodness, Italy.
Mom said she would taste wine in Italy.
We got to get that girl on an aircraft.
Our mother, who has literally never had a sip of alcohol, maybe once in her entire lifetime, is like, well, I guess if we went.
And there is nothing wrong with.
No, Jesus turned water into wine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Of course.
No.
I'm give it up, Kaylee. I'm like looking into Morocco.
We
right
could
now. One thing at a time.
also like scooch our way over there, like inch our way. So it's not a 14-hour flight. We like fly somewhere that's on the way, maybe like a 4-hour flight. And then we do another 4-hour flight. You know,
I don't know how many land pieces are from here to Morocco. They might have to drop us in like the Pacific for a few hours if that's what you're referring to. I don't even know what ocean is between us and Morocco. Actually.
Surely you have to at least.
Why do I have no
Let me not
idea?
make matters worse. I'm really about to show how horrible I am with geography.
It's unbelievable. It's shocking. We both are.
It's because
we always said that boys were just better at that kind of stuff, like geography.
They are, and I
history.
always sat next to a guy in history or economics or
course.
geography. Well, geography, that was when I used the face of my Apple Watch and I put the map on it.
Yeah.
And I would just zoom in, and the teacher walked by one day and was like, "You got it?" And I'm like, "I just about got it." What does that mean?
What ocean is between the USA and Morocco? Oh, Atlantic. That was my other choice I was going to say. So the Atlantic separates the United States and Morocco. It's the second largest ocean basin in the world and borders the east coast of the United States. Okay. Did you know the Gulf of Mexico is now called the Gulf of America?
Do you know that to be true, or is that just like fake news popping
No,
up
I
on
think
your
they
feed?
like really did change it to the Gulf of America.
Remember when I got so tired of people calling me anything other than Beth Anne that I just went by Lizzie for quite some time, like changed my Snapchat username to Lizzie, my Instagram to Lizzie.
Yeah.
And then people that met me as Lizzie still think it's Lizzie, and they're like, who is Beth Anne? Well, I wanted it to stick, but then I felt like a fraud. That's kind of like the gulf of, you know.
It wasn't
that it was a fraud.
that it was a
wasn't.
fraud
'Cause my
because
real name
you're
is
still
Elizabeth.
Liz in my Snapchat. So that's funny.
Okay, that's really funny.
It's mainly, you're not Lizzie. You're Beth Anne.
But I always felt like Lizzie McGuire and I were Well, similar.
Remember how I said I mixed up salted caramel bone broth protein powder in my couve?
Your face has been icking me out every time you take a sip of it.
It's because I've been sucking up chunks that did not get fully blended, despite me literally having my thumb on the frother for 40 days and 40 nights. I was getting carpal tunnel in my hand. I finally had to put it down. It was so frothed. I thought there couldn't be another chunk left. There's several because I'm sucking them up, but I'm just like, I'm getting the protein in. So
you
excuse
absolutely
my
are.
face for the next few sips.
Okay. I feel like you making the face was making me have a face. Do you know?
It's so funny because I wonder a lot of times, like, I know what I'm thinking in my mind and I have to consciously be like, oh my gosh, what does my face look like?
You too.
The other day, me and mom engaged, went to an open house. The neighbors, few doors down, are selling. That's a huge house.
Okay.
Horrid decorations. Like, I don't know.
Everything.
It was giving single dad. It was a whole family lived there, but it was so funny because when I sent pictures to the group chat of like, guys, look at this beautiful house, but please look at the decor. Our friends were like, oh my gosh, it's giving single dad. And like, doesn't know what's going on.
Well, was it giving single dad that has like 12 different girlfriends and they've all given him different pieces of advice and he just takes each different little piece of advice from 12 different girlfriends? Yes.
Perhaps.
I think so too.
So it was nice. Well, the realtor was trying to talk to mom about like why, if we were interested in selling and with the market right now, how much more we could get for our house and all this stuff. And mom just looked so visibly uncomfortable because that her and dad they take time.
It took 10 years to pick out a new kitchen table. 10 years.
They make well-informed decisions. They're not rash. Like you and I, that sometimes, not all the time, our pitfall. Is that a word?
Well, it's just the fun.
We just kind of are so Johnny on the spot. We're so rush. But mom, pa, they really like to take their time anyway. And the ladies like wanting to come give mom an
It might be a
appraisal.
generational thing.
It could be a generational thing.
Like we just don't have the patience. Like it's literally not innately in me. Like it's
if not now, then when? If not me, then who?
And the whole attention span thing, like the way that TikTok's got us going. I have to have my Amazon Prime. Like honestly, 2 days is starting to feel like too long. Yeah. Tomorrow.
It's
like I'm filtering it to 1 day.
I'm so convicted. Like when I'm trying to pull up a website and it doesn't immediately to the next thing. Yeah. And it like loads for a little bit. I'm like, ugh. I'm so irritated.
I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't even know where to look. Like, what can I possibly do in these 15 seconds?
I've stopped staying on the phone when I call, like Enterprise. They called and left me a message. Well, I'm so sorry. I was away from my phone for 4 minutes. I call back 4 minutes later. Now everybody's too busy. They wanted to put a little jingle on the end of the phone. We sat there and listened to the jingle for 15 minutes. Finally, I'm like, I don't have another 15
But
minutes
honestly, sometimes, like, I'm not like, if you don't answer, then there's no telling when you're going to.
Well, I tried to call back again. No answer. No one's called me today. So I can't wait to show up in person at Enterprise and go get my rental car.
I'm so excited for you.
No, me too.
That'll just be so spunky. Me too. Well, we're going to force their hand. The other lady's paying for it because she ruined you. It's her fault.
Yes.
Make her pockets hurt.
Yeah.
Love you. So what happened? Visibly uncomfortable. You could see it all over mom.
Oh
Anything
my
else about the
gosh.
house?
Bless her heart. We left and I was like, Mom, you seemed like, were you a little like ungoofy? And she's like, no, I didn't want to go into it with her and tell her. Yeah. I don't know. We're not looking to sell tomorrow. Like we've got, and so I just didn't want to get into it. And I said, I know. She's like, did I look like it? I'm like, you did. And it was so funny. And it's like, I noticed that on her, but I'm sure.
Well, I noticed it on you.
And you noticed it on me.
And I think you noticed it on me.
Of course. And whenever I do, and I obviously can't, like if we're talking to somebody and I'm seeing your face turn, I'm like I will intercede and I will overtake.
Me too.
Because I can't tell you in that moment, hey, Beth Anne, fix your face. Anyway.
You're so funny.
I'm so glad we have each other for that reason. Mom, if you're listening, I know you are. Like, love you so much. It cracked me up. And also, whatever.
It's her fault for trying to put you Johnny on the spot. Talk about selling your house.
She didn't think you were uncomfortable. She was sweet.
Right.
She just, I know you. So I knew you were like, I don't want to get into it with this lady.
That I just met.
Oh, yeah.
She also had a raffle. That was hilarious.
So we go to this open house and the real estate agent is like, don't let my baking go in vain, because she had brownies and blueberry coupe cakes. I'm sure blueberry muffins. And I helped myself to a blueberry muffin. I picked the smallest one. Okay. Sorry.
Kaylee.
It fit with my macros.
Goodness.
Stop
You don't have to justify
judging
a
me.
thing. Never would.
No, I know. So anyway, I got a little muffin, and then she's like, and y'all write your name down with your info, and we're having a $100 raffle. $100 gift card, whatever. Well, it was one other person that wrote their name down, and then it was me, Gage, and Mom. So it's 4 of us and a $100 raffle. So we leave, and Gage is like, y'all realize we have a 75% chance to win this $100 gift card. And Mom's like, oh my God. Yeah. And I'm thinking, there is no gift card. Okay. Because they just want to get our information down. Hello.
Hello.
She can tell us we won. She can tell us he won the gift card.
And tell
then
him
he
y'all
tell him
won.
we won. Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's no, it's like posting giveaways, and people want to call you out for not posting the winner or whatever.
Well,
They
that's
think
just
you
typically
did it.
because I don't want to like invade that person's privacy.
Yeah, that's why I hardly ever put like their username. I don't really like to
Yeah.
invade their privacy. But anyways, people just get all
I know.
ants in their pants and act like you didn't really pick a winner. Well, real estate agent follows up with me and Mom and Gage, our phone numbers. And so we're sitting there playing Catan that night. Mom's like, well, I'm going to text her back and ask about the raffle. And I'm like, what? Like, you can.
What does this grown woman need?
And Dad's like,
Her dollars
no,
for?
Jan. She's like, I'm joking.
She wasn't joking.
But honestly, like, why not? Like, hey, who won the raffle? Like, it was 4 of us. It wasn't me. It wasn't my daughter. So it's like, did you
There's
just...
so many questions in life that people don't ask just because they don't want to like make something uncomfortable, but it's very just like
Just
acceptable.
ask.
You could literally just ask, so who won the raffle?
Yeah.
Like, who wants to really ask that? But also, like, if you ask, you'd probably get an answer and then you know.
We have a double or nothing where this queenie is trying to figure out how to ask a man something. Should we hop into it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a few double or nothings. Honestly, y'all wrote in really fire stuff this week.
Y'all were so funny too.
I'm
Oh my
so
gosh.
excited about them. And keep
I've
on
had
coming.
such a lull in my life. Like nothing like crazy, super exciting has been happening. So like to hear all this from y'all, I'm like, way.
Yeah. No, I love it.
I love it.
She says, so my question has been eating at me for a while, and I'm so glad you guys are taking these questions for the pod. If you're new here, our advice segment is called Double or Nothing, and we have our viewers write in every week to our email, which is yourpudcast@gmail.com, and they ask for advice, and we give it to the best of our ability. So that's what we're doing. She said, I've been talking to and spending time with this man for going on 8 months, and it's been going very well. 8 months is a minute. He has let it be known that he doesn't really plan on dating anybody for a while, and at first I was feeling the same way. However, after all this time of constant dates, spending time together every week, sleepovers included, meeting my daughter and more, I've started to realize I do want more. I'm starting to think he may want more as well, as he's taken me to his parents' house, as well as asking me to only see him and not other men.
Manipulation.
How do I know if he wants more, or how do I bring up the conversation? I fear he may pull away or stop hanging around me altogether if he knows I want more and he doesn't help. Okay.
Well, good.
Okay.
Because then
He says that he doesn't really want to date, but he's taking you on dates. And then he's saying he doesn't really want to be serious, but you went to his parents' house.
Okay.
And he met your daughter, which is the most serious thing. Also, it's been 8 months.
8 periods. If I dealt with
Oh my gosh,
if I
you've
went
had
through 8 periods
cycles
with this,
with this
you know what I
man.
mean? That's okay.
Sleepovers are extremely serious. I would, are you dealing with a narcissist? I don't know what he's like, but.
And has he vocalized recently he still doesn't want to date? Because if that's the case, hit the shimmy and the limbo. And
Hit the
get
shimmy
out from
and the
under there.
limbo and GTFO. I think what?
Well, she's like nervous, like if she brings it up, like he's gonna pull away. But that just makes it easier on you. Then you have nothing to feel bad. You gave it your best effort. You were vulnerable. You introduced him to your daughter. Like if he wants to go through all that, as a man, I'm honestly shocked that he's bringing you around his family and he's saying,
too.
I don't want to date her. Because my parents have met one person in my entire life. Like you don't bring, unless you do that, but maybe he does. Ew. Maybe he's trying to prove to his dad that he's not gay, but he's really gay.
Could be. You know, that's a
You might
frequent
never do it for
trend.
him.
with guys who go through woman after woman after woman, and they have good women, and they can never stick with one, and there's always just something a little bit off, and nothing else makes sense. Think that
they just need to explore a little
swinging in the other's batter's box, but you know, this is what I think, girl. It's been 8 months. I'm sure y'all have had so many conversations. I don't know exactly what they've looked like, but if it makes him uncomfortable for you to bring up, like, hey, are you still thinking, like, not serious dating? Like, you know, you've met my daughter and I've been to your parents' house. Like, where are you at right now? Just, I think that as a grown man and spending this much time with him, if he's still not sure, he's never going to be sure. He's not
I agree. And
yeah,
not my mind going blank on my and.
No. I mean, constant dates, spending time together every week. He obviously enjoys your company. I want you to be aware of this, okay? I highly encourage you to approach the situation like as swiftly as possible, like as soon as you listen to this. I think you just, next time you guys are together, you say, you know, I wanted to talk to you about like our status and where we're at. Now, I know we spent a ton of time together, and originally you weren't really looking for a serious relationship. I think that I'm in a place now where I am. And so if you're still not, I just need to know that before we spend any more time together moving forward. If he is a narcissist, he's going to make you sound crazy, feel crazy. For all of a sudden, he's going to make you think it's all of a sudden you want something.
He's going to be like, I told you I wasn't looking for anything. Yeah, he might have told you that.
But all of his actions showed otherwise.
A, B, C, D, all the way through Z.
Don't allow him to make you feel like that. Don't.
Because you're not crazy.
You're not crazy.
And you have a daughter. So would you, if your daughter was coming to you with this situation one day, what would your advice be? Would it be, you know,
just let him continue stringing you along and you living in this world of confusion and not knowing and
uncertainty and insecurity, because ultimately that is a little bit of an insecurity if you're like kind of scared to approach it because you don't want to lose him type of thing. And like, I get that. And he probably is your safe place and like your security at this point in time, because this is who you've been with for 8 cycles. And he's met your daughter. But now your daughter's emotions are probably involved too, because she's like going to wonder like where he goes and where he is. And if he stops coming around, you're like, you want to explain that. But if your daughter one day asks you about this, like, would you want to say, or would you say, you know, do you feel confident in just being around in this guy's life for 8 months? And then maybe he asks you to date and maybe he doesn't, but then time just keeps going on and kind of like leads to no man's land and then like a dead end, and you could have gotten yourself out of it and you could have saved yourself a lot of heartbreak and stuff. I think that if this is someone you want to be with long term, or you could see yourself being with them long term, like how long are you okay being in limbo?
You're approaching 1 year of kind of not knowing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you how much longer you want to let this go on. My best advice is approach the situation sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
And while I 100% believe it should be the man to bring this up and like
pursue you
fully and give you clarity and peace about the situation, this could be a unique case and you might need to bring it up first, and it could be totally fine. You could date and you could get married and spend the rest of your lives together. We don't know.
Yes.
But I do think you should address.
And if he's asking you not to see other guys, like, is he seeing other women? Do we know?
That was the big part that I was like, red flag narcissist.
I want to do my deep dive. I wish I knew this man's first and last. Feel free to email at yourpudcast@gmail.com.
No, please feel free to share. Like, we won't share with anyone else. We just like, want to do it for our own research.
Yes. But also love you so deeply and like totally understand where you're coming from.
Totally.
Like, you're not crazy. And you're not
crazy.
You're not in an unheard of situation.
I think this is a totally common situation.
Yes,
like,
of course.
So many girls or guys can be in a situation where they're like feeling like they're liking the girl more than she's liking them, or maybe it's just because they don't know. They don't have a good read on the situation. You just need a better read.
Also, like, there could be a different little perspective to this. He could just want to really take his time with you because he knows like there's more than just you involved. Like, there is your daughter involved. And at first he's like, okay, I don't want anything serious, because he didn't know if he could take on that burden. Not burden, but for him it could be. If he's been single and he has no children, then maybe like he sees as a child as like, whoo, I didn't like
an added responsibility.
Added responsibility. And I'm sure he's grown to love her and you because he stuck around for 8 months. And so it's not just you sticking around for 8 months. Like he's chosen you as well. Yeah. So it could this could actually be really great for you and for him and for y'all. You could live happily ever after. If you do, can we come to the wedding? Just wondering because I ordered a wedding guest dress the other day and I will save it.
Just to like have on hand.
Yeah.
We would love to be there.
Yes.
We have another girlfriend writing in. She said, this is so niche and not relatable to many, I feel, but I've been looking for advice from everyone and would love y'all's 2 cents on the situation.
Love.
My boyfriend and I have been dating for 4 years, so the whole marriage idea is coming up soon. As all girls do, I'm planning my bridal party in my head. Here's the situation. My boyfriend has 2 sisters, one that I love tremendously, while the other sister has never had a good thing to say about me and has treated me terribly the entire relationship. She is the same way with her own family and just not a nice gal to anyone. My question is it horrible to have the one sister as a bridesmaid and not have the other? Does she even get an invite?
Okay.
My fear of her coming is that she will somehow make the day about herself and or have one of her crazy girl moments at the wedding and ruin the day. Do I even risk it and give her a chance to act appropriately at our wedding? I know it's his sister and we could regret not having her there in the future. Her and my boyfriend do not have a good relationship and he truly does not care either way. Just how she has treated me and my boyfriend the past 4 years makes me feel like I have the right to draw a line on my day.
You absolutely have the right to draw a line on your day, queen.
Yeah.
You also have some time because you're not engaged yet.
Yeah.
So I think read the situation through the engagement. Like, the engagement party, the celebration, all that stuff. I'm sure she'll just be there by nature. I would assume, that
she definitely does not need to be in your bridesmaid party.
No.
She does not need to be
This girl is not going to be a bridesmaid.
Totally fine for the other sister to be a bridesmaid.
Yes.
Absolutely. Again, it's your day. Y'all have a fabulous relationship.
Yes.
Love it. What I think is this could be a conversation with her beforehand and say, now this is hard. But you said that your boyfriend and her don't really have a great relationship to begin with. So y'all could just kind of have an open conversation. Like, look.
Or he could even have the conversation.
Or he could have it with her separately.
Because he said he didn't really care either way.
And say, this is where we're at. I don't want there to be any animosity, harsh feelings. I don't want any of that. You don't have to be you're not going to be in the bridal party. And the other sister is, whatever. We would still love for you to be there on our day because you're family. And we don't want to look back one day and think, oh, she should have been there. And we definitely don't want you to have any weird feelings. You can just have this open conversation.
And give her the option.
And give her the option.
You can say, we're inviting you. We love you, regardless of the way you've treated us. Like, we're very aware of how you've treated us. You're aware of how you've treated us, because people like that, like, they have
they're aware
motives, and like they
obviously she's
about
projecting. There's insecurities in her own life that she's projecting onto you guys,
and just give her the option. And I think if she's just solely a wedding guest, say your wedding's at 4:30, okay, perfect. She can roll up at 4:27, sit in her seat, sit there, clap, and you can go over to her at dinner and be like, "You loving your meal? Bye." But yeah, leave it open to like her discretion, because if she doesn't want to be there, good.
Yeah, good. I would definitely pray about it.
Because she can have heart change too. Like, there's time for there to be heart change.
Totally. And, if y'all do approach the situation with her and she's just even more defensive or rude, just say, look, I'm sorry. I don't think we can have you there on our day. We love you, but we're going to have to love you from a distance. And that is not y'all's fault. And absolutely do what feels right in your gut.
I love boundaries. Like, I love boundaries. Love putting up a wall that can't be broken down, because it's a boundary. I've said it. You created, you're the reason there had to be a boundary to begin with. And now I get to decide what goes over this line, what goes up and over this wall. You probably can't get up over this wall, though. Like, that's how I would feel towards this meanie bobini butt.
Thinking about this now, though, just to prepare.
Yes.
You have time. It's going to be okay. Give it to the Lord. Pray that He would give you peace about the right decision to make.
Kaylee and I have had our Bridesmaids in our notes app for some time. And I'm in zero relationship. Kaylee's in a long-term relationship. So she looks at it a lot more than I do. But I've had to erase some names. And trade some out. That's quite all right. But 100% you can have the sister in there. the one that you love and adore and the one that loves and adores you, and don't feel bad about it. I love how you're acknowledging that it's your day because it is.
Yeah, same.
Mm-hmm. And don't put the pressure on you either. Just have the conversation with her. Like totally invite the boyfriend in and kind of like leave it up to him for the most part too, to navigate that conversation with his sister just because it's his sister. Yeah.
You have another double or nothing.
Y'all.
Beth Anne read this and was like, we gotta address.
Okay. Here she blows. Morning, ladies. I've got a situation that requires some Bryce advice. That's fun.
I love that.
I'm 25 and currently S2 very soon and currently seeing a new guy. The whole thing is still pretty new. We haven't officially committed to being boyfriend and girlfriend yet, but I think we're both on the same page about wanting that soon. He's a great guy. He has no red flags and he's been so clear and easy to date. However, there's one problem. He has bad breath. We've been going on dates for about a month now, and I've discovered this is a consistent issue. I don't know if he just doesn't brush his teeth or if there's something else going on. The issue needs to be addressed because I cannot keep smooching this boy when his breath smells.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't know how to go about it. I definitely don't want to come off rude, but I can't figure out how to say it. I would love to know of your all's thoughts, and I promise to keep you updated. Love y'all in the pood so much. Love you in the pood so much, and you already know you better keep us updated. Girl.
Okay.
I've done a search. First of all, does this man have tonsil stones?
Oh, OMG.
Okay.
That's a
I
if
need
it
to know.
smells the same. Okay. Oh my gosh, Beth Anne.
Wait, you should have described to us what the smell is like. Is it mothballs? Is it like he had coffee and didn't like brush his teeth after? Because coffee breath is
My breath
crazy.
definitely does not smell good right now. I know it doesn't because the coof mixed with the protein shake.
But you know it doesn't. You're self-aware.
Yeah.
Shame on him for not being self-aware. What do his teeth look like? And be honest. You know, truly. Like,
Are they caked up? With,
hi.
Okay.
I Googled. What helps with bad breath? A simple question. Y'all, there is this website, trycoolbreath.com. Kiss ready breath in just 3 seconds. It is the coolest looking thing, probiotic oral spray. Literally what you could do. There's so many options. I mean, like, first of all, get a vibrating
little greeny bones that we get the dogs to chew on.
He needs a vibrating toothbrush to like really get in the creases and the crevices.
Yeah,
I believe. He needs a tongue scraper. So what is wrong with you for like kiss? And no, I'm just kidding. But like, oh my gosh, I cannot imagine like someone having bad breath and like kissing them again. But I understand, like you like him, there's no red flags. Okay, fine, totally, we can fix this. So what about next time y'all are together? You just kind of like are on your phone and you're like, oh wait, this is cool. And he's like, what?
No,
And
I don't know.
Just act like
I don't think
Kaylee.
you can be too casual about like, oh, we should get this mouth. Who talks like that? Oh, let's get this mouthwash together.
No.
This
This is probiotic oral spray. Like this is cool. The ultimate refreshing formula. Bad breath,
There's
bad
no
bacteria.
good way to do this. I'm just going to tell you right now. Even if you got this oral spray, you put it in your purse, and after y'all had dinner, you were like,
wait,
and then tried to give him some.
You should just buy this.
There's no good.
You should just buy this. Okay.
If someone hands me a piece of gum, I'm like, does my breath stink? Like, there's no way he's not thinking, does my breath stink? Obviously, he needs to know, but I'm sorry. How much do you like him?
Bad breath is great.
Bad breath
Okay,
is
type into your
can
Google
we
search,
just-
everyone. Trycoolbreath.com.
You might have to break up.
Kaylee,
I'm sorry.
there's no red flags. Let's just overcome. I mean, I would not be overcoming. He would if he had bad breath. Like that'd be I would get in the car and call everyone. I'd get everyone in the group chat on the phone at the same time and be like, yeah.
No.
But you could buy this, okay? Oof, this needs to say eliminates 100% of bacteria because it's 99.9, but anything will help him. Buy this, get in the car, use it because it kind of looks like a vape. It's like so crazy. He'll be like, wait, oh my God, what is that? Like, are you vaping? I'm like, no, it's this cool new thing I got. Do you want to try it? Boom. Casual. You can pick flavors on this thing. Forget unhealthy gums and quit ugly sprays. There is a new boss in town. Here we go. The revolutionary probiotic oil spray. And it's
Honestly,
so cool.
I kind of want to try that.
No, I know. Like I'm just
To
gonna,
have on hand,
I'm gonna
like-
keep the tab open. There is TheraBreath, there is Scope, there is Hello, there is Tom's, there is Crest, there is...
No, she knows what's out there. It's a matter of introducing it to him.
I know. Okay.
Have you been to his house and seen his bathroom? Like, have you seen a toothbrush? If you haven't seen a toothbrush, he might not.
I'm not telling you to go
Check
sleep
the
over
shower
there. Like,
too,
don't sleep over there. Oh my gosh. But like, just like go have a movie night. And
Check
go
the
to bathroom.
shower. He might brush his teeth while he's in the shower. I went through a period of time I was doing that. Chase likes to do that. I always see his mouth guard in
My toothbrush is in the shower right now.
Yeah, because it's just like two birds with a stone.
Mm-hmm. But I also do 2 brushes in the morning. Always 2 brushes in the morning. Just because like the first one is like I had my retainer in, so like that needs to. And then
does the second one come after Koof?
It literally just depends. Okay. Like this morning, both of them happened before Koof, but then I'm gonna have to do another one after my Koof.
I really want to be of assistance here, but I don't know how.
What type of kissing
any
you're
other
all doing.
way? Yeah,
You know, because like I would. I'm a little
Beth
too
Anne.
honest. I would start biting my left ear a little bit, like you know.
Beth Anne.
What?
I would say.
I don't know what advice to give. This is so crazy.
This is so funny. We were hanging out with these people playing pool when we were in San Diego. And I was talking to this one guy that was just so nice and talking about his job and everything. And he was not even standing close to me.
Okay. Okay. I wondered. I feel like I know.
Okay.
I know.
His breath. And I literally started to think, this guy is so nice and is so fire. Like, he deserves a great girl, but
wait, I just thought of something.
Not my job.
Back to the tonsil stones. When I was younger, I had these tonsil stones. I had I wasn't allergic to dairy, but I had like an intolerance. Like I couldn't do ice cream. I couldn't do milk. I couldn't do too much cheese. I couldn't do dairy. Like I got tonsil stones in the back of my throat. Like they have this crazy, but it's a very distinct smell. You could casually ask him if he's ever had tonsil stones. Or like, did you ever get your tonsils taken out? Like, you don't have to just randomly on like a Tuesday at 12:01 p.m. ask that. Oh, wait,
that's a good idea. Ask if he's ever had his tonsils out.
Yeah.
Because if he has his tonsils out, it's not tonsil stones. You can eliminate that.
Mm-hmm.
That means he's literally just not brushing his teeth.
But
if
I also want to know
what has his tonsils. He could have tonsil stones.
Yeah.
Those are.
And then I actually just feel bad for him. They're disgusting.
They're clusters of like the food and drink getting stuck in your tonsils, like little pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm Beth Anne. Mm-hmm. I'm gagging thinking about this.
Mm-hmm. Ryan had them
You
too.
could like spit them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Kaylee. Or like pop them out of your tonsils.
I had them.
I know. I remember.
As a child. So,
oh my gosh.
do that. Like, just like, ask.
That was crazy.
And also take a look at his tongue. Tongues are telltale. I even hate my tongue. Like, I hate when I go to talk and I'm like starting to film a TikTok or like Instagram story, whatever it is, like the camera's on. Kind of like right now. And I've had a coof. Because the coof kind of makes your tongue like a funny yellow. And it's so scary and so crazy. Look at his tongue. See if there's like a excess white. That's giving nothing has been scrubbed. And then the teeth are super important. Last question. I mean, you have to follow up. You said you would. The distance, the distance that you are away from him. Like, when do you know? Like, do you know whenever y'all are just talking in the car and you're like, wait, I'm getting a whiff of something?
Or is it just
do you
that
only
you get up close and personal?
Mm-hmm, using tongue.
I remember the first time Gage was like, that retainer. Basically, y'all, oh my God, I'm crying. I got this new mouth guard, and apparently you're not supposed to use toothpaste on it. I'm like, what?
It's
so I have to use this special cleaning solution
that I use too.
And one weekend I forgot it at Gage's house. Like I forgot to take it. So I just soaked it in hot water and like cleaned it with a brush with no toothpaste. But I remember I was going to bed. And I already had my retainer in. And I was just like, good night, I love you so much. I can hardly even close my mouth to pucker up when I have that thing in. So I don't even know why I had it in anyway. And he's like, look, some
people just say it.
Yeah, what's wrong with just saying it? That retainer there, boy. And I'm like, Right. Now we've just elevated to like, we've been together 3 years next week. It's like, ooh. Like, I'll be like, did you just have honey mustard pretzels?
Yeah.
Like, did you just have honey mustard and onion pretzels? Like it's not you, it's the pretzels, but I don't know. I don't know if it's him or the tonsil stones. I don't know if it's him and no toothbrush. I don't know what he's got going on.
You said you're 25. How old is he? Old enough.
Old enough. There are ways to narrow it down to figure out what the root cause is. I think do that first. And honestly, if you just get fed up one day, but you really like him, so you don't want to break up with him, because I'll remind you, you can still break up. You can still end it. There's
Good for you
good
for
breath
seeing
out there.
past that. That's
No, seriously. I'm being shallow. I'm being shallow. But have we ever spent so much time giving advice? I'm so distraught for you.
Oh my gosh. Well, we haven't even been giving that much advice. We've just been figuring out how to navigate this thing. But like, don't forget cool. I think it's called cool. Try coolbreath.com. But I mean, there's endless options of ways.
Everything is going to be okay. It's going to take time. And
Are you sure it's not your breath? I'm totally kidding. But like,
Are
your
you
upper
sure
lip.
it's not your upper lip?
I don't think it is. You're so beautiful. It would never be you. And is it like the...
Okay.
Is it like...
Just know we are so committed to this. Like, you have to follow up. And we will try to troubleshoot with you, like brainstorm ways. We don't want to give up on this king. I please ignore me about breaking up. That's
honestly
not the
literally
answer.
just like kind of make a comment that you feel like your tonsils have been swollen recently.
Beth Anne, you and the tonsil stones.
No, but he should find out if he has his, because if it is tonsil stones,
the best thing to do is just ask. Have you ever had your tonsils out, or do you still have your tonsils? That's such a normal thing. Like,
well, you and I would ask that, but would anyone else? Like, we ask things. So
if you get on
straight
a
up and out of
conversation
nowhere.
about wisdom teeth, tonsil stones, it's all in the same genre. Tonsil stones, tonsils, it's all in the same genre.
I know. I was just thinking she could say that her tonsils have been feeling swollen. Like, do you still have your tonsils? Or do your tonsils ever hurt? Or like, I think allergies are.
Wait, that's good. We are entering the spring season. You could be like, oh, I feel like I have a tickle, or like, I don't know, it could be my tonsils inflamed. Do you still have your tonsils?
Another thing, and that y'all still have this cold. Like, my throat sounds crazy. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, but like literally sounds like it. So I haven't.
No, you haven't. I'm
I
saying
know.
I'm sorry. I was.
Ew, oh my god, I don't want
It's
people to
just
think.
Well, I was
But
gagging.
also, you need to be carrying mints and gum, and always offer it. Like,
Yeah.
you need a piece?
Need a piece.
Like, pop one in and be like, you know what? Yeah.
We are those people. We're gonna do one more double or nothing.
Okay, girl.
Because you girls submitted so much this week and I loved it. I just want to like keep going. But
Yeah.
okay. Fourth and final. I feel like this season of life is full of weddings. Me always being in my friends' weddings, LOL, not me getting married. She said she's trusting God in her waiting season and not wanting to rush anything. Love it for you, queen. But there are a couple weddings coming up that seem like they're a little more expensive than usual. I've been hearing this a lot actually from some of our friends being like, oh, it's so expensive to be in a wedding. Okay. Do you guys think that I should be getting the bride a gift when I am going to be spending almost $1,000 to be in the wedding party? Between the bachelorette trip, dress, makeup, etc., I feel like it's getting fairly expensive. Is there a certain point that I don't need to get a big gift for the wedding, or any ideas on what to get her that won't break the bank more than it already has? LOL. I don't mind being there for my friends. It's just been overwhelming with what feels like weddings back to back for the last couple of years. Thanks in advance for any and all advice you guys have.
So fair.
So fair.
So fair.
You're in her wedding party. You're doing so much, so many intangible things for her, and just even the experience and all that's part of it. Like, you don't have to do a $500 gift.
No.
And I don't
You don't even have
think
to
she
do a
was-
$100 gift. Honestly,
No.
are you crafty on them? If
can
you're
DIY.
crafty, yeah. And make a little, I don't know, I see things on Instagram Reels. Just like making little necklaces or bracelets or even earrings. Like, if you wanted to put something together that's like special like that, I feel like that just means more. Oh my gosh, I'm not DIY at all. I'm trying to think.
We're not DIY at all.
You could
But
get
something
something-
sentimental is sweet. Or if she
Oh,
has
wait.
a wedding registry,
No.
2 items off the wedding registry. She has them on there for a reason. She wants them.
True.
Just send them.
I was gonna say a picture of y'all or a picture of something. Like if maybe this is just sparking something, maybe me saying a picture frame picture is sparking something for you with the date. Maybe, I don't know if you have like a picture of y'all when you first became friends, or if you wanted to make it about them since it's like wedding vibes. A picture of all of y'all, or you wait and you give something to them after the wedding and it's a picture from the wedding, like a date, and it's just a little picture frame. They can put it in their house.
That's sweet.
Yeah, big or small. Something like that. Don't go
crazy.
No.
You do not have to go crazy.
No.
You could even do that.
She really won't even notice. And it's not about you being cheap, and it's not about you not caring about her or loving her. It's just, we got to be realistic in this economy.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking you can do an inexpensive option where you get maybe the date that they got married, like on a little necklace.
That's cute.
Like an Etsy moment.
Yeah.
Girl, get on Etsy.
Get on Etsy.
This does not have to be crazy. Get on Etsy or get on her wedding registry.
Nothing to feel guilty about. This
Nothing
is
to feel
absolutely
guilty.
something Kaylee and I would do as well. We've honestly been working on doing more like mindful or thoughtful things like for Christmas and birthdays and stuff. We're just running out of ideas and nobody really wants
Everything
anything
just
anymore.
feels like the same.
Yeah.
Like nobody needs as much as we used to need.
Yeah. So anyway.
But
a
yeah,
little gift basket too. Because that can always just
you have plenty of reasonable options. I think obviously still get her something from you. Just it can totally be affordable. So let's talk about our flicks and feels.
Okay.
This past week.
Okay.
If you're new here, Flicks and Feels is where we watch a movie each week and you guys write in to give us suggestions for what movies we should watch. So if you have a favorite movie or there's a movie you've been wanting to watch, we can all watch it together. We'll talk about it on the next pod. You can email us at yourpudcast@gmail.com to give us your suggestions. So we watched The Swimmers this past week. As in this past week, I mean last night. Me and Miss Beth. Miss Beth dozed off. She's kind of like been doing that lately. But it was late and you were tired.
And I think the sickness too, like I took the NyQuil. I know we literally talked about this last week. Last week I was really sick. I had to count Saturday completely off the calendar. Not really though, because I actually woke up and had enough daytime to take Fiona to the park and I felt really good about it. But last night I got through, whenever I went to bed, there was 50 minutes left and I could have fought through, but I was just like, oh, you're already under the weather.
Yeah.
And then I started again this morning. So I'll let you kind of take over, but like
You have an idea.
I do.
It was a slow-ish movie. Also, a lot of it was in Syrian, or it was like based originally in Syria, so I think that language is Syrian. Either way, you had to be able to read the subtitles on the screen for a good portion of the movie. But it was based on a true story, so I totally loved it. I don't know how I hadn't heard about these girls before. It was these two sisters from Syria. Their names were Yusra and Sarah. And they ended up fleeing their country.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I thought you just said Yusra. I was like, yes, eczema.
No, literally my favorite.
Apologies. Okay.
But no, Yusra and Sarah. And their dad trained them as swimmers. And his goal for them was to one day be in the Olympics and everything. Well, in the movie, they are at a swim meet. And this is kind of when they're showing that the war is really starting to break out. And the pool area gets like shot up. I don't know what kind of war paraphernalia was like shot into the pool. Not a missile, but it was something. The girl was in the pool. She thought it was about to blow.
Yeah,
I
don't know what it's called.
Okay.
But
so at this point, they're like, we have to flee this country. And so they get on a boat that I don't know how they survived. Them and like 10 or 15 other people. And they're going over the Greek Sea. Y'all, is that a thing? Let me ChatGPT it. What ocean did they travel over to get to Europe? The Aegean Sea. Okay, so they traveled from Turkey to Greece as part of their escape from Syria. Well, they literally swam across the ocean because the boat was going to sink. Basically, the boat started sinking. Everybody was panicking. They jumped out because they knew they were going to be able to swim, and they swam the rest of the way, all the way to shore. And it's unbelievable. It's a true story. They literally, so they get to Europe, and then they get specifically to Germany? Yes. So the girls, they get to Europe and they jump through all of these hoops and finally they end up in Germany and they sought asylum there. Okay, and then Yusra eventually became a German citizen, and she was the one that went to the Rio Olympics.
Mhm.
What was it called?
Rio Olympics.
Was that in 2020?
Well, I think it was 2016.
And then she competed in...
Because this was filmed in 2022.
No, it came out in 2022.
I know.
Yusra competed in the 2020 Olympics, though, for the refugee team.
Okay, sorry. I don't know why.
No, I know. I was trying to think back because I just watched the end of the movie this morning and they put all that stuff on the screen, like telling you what happened.
Okay.
Anyway, Yusra continued to swim. She was amazing. And Sarah quit swimming and she just became a humanitarian where she was helping refugees. This was super layered. And to be honest with you, we could not lock in for the first 45 minutes of the movie just because it wasn't necessarily in English. We had to read the screen and it was just kind of slow. And the storyline,
I loved
amazing.
their relationship. I
love their relationship.
They honestly made me feel, how people act like we're so crazy for being so close.
Oh, no,
online. Yeah. People just act like it's just, dating or twins. Like, y'all are so crazy. They were so fun and spunky and close and silly. And I loved them. Like, they were affectionate and they loved each other. And that's how you and I are.
That's how you and I are. The only thing is, I wish we could have seen more of the Olympic training and all of that because it was their whole journey. And then they really quickly in the last 15 minutes wrapped it up and she went to the Olympic and it was just this fast thing and then it was over. But
I think it was a lot of people actually wrote in that they liked it.
I did like it.
Yeah, no.
Their story is absolutely amazing.
It's absolutely amazing. And I love true stories. And we could never produce a movie. So hate to give criticism, but
I'm really not even giving criticism.
No, I know. I'm just kind of I agree that they should have sped things up and also shown us more of the nitty gritty. I love competition and getting excited.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to seen more of their journey in that way. We got a lot of submissions for Flicks and Feels, which is Fire Flames.
Yes, and we're going to watch another movie based on a true story. It's called Trial by Fire.
Perfect.
It's on Netflix.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's based on a true story. And I did watch the trailer, so if this doesn't give us a good synopsis, it says, a man mourning his children is sentenced to death for his supposed crimes until a woman stumbles upon his case and resolves to prove him innocent. So I watched the trailer, and basically it was this man, and his house caught on fire, and he went to prison, sentenced for life because they think that he committed arson. He set the house on fire and killed his children. He literally did not. And then this woman, whoever she is determined to set him free and to prove his innocence. It looks so good.
Obsessed.
I can't wait to watch it.
That just literally made me think of Casey Anthony and how she's on TikTok now. I just can't. I feel like I can't even get down that rabbit hole. But
no,
I will say, shame on anyone that's given her a follow. I know why you're following her. You're following her because
you're interested. You don't know what she's talking about.
Understood.
And I guess I'm no better because I also want to know what she's saying. So it's I want to go watch the videos.
But I feel like it's just better off if we just block her because she can apply for the Creator Fund and she can post videos over a minute long and she can get paid. And she killed her daughter.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. I remember that being such a huge pillar on our child.
We cried.
We were so upset over that story. This was in 2011, I think.
Yeah.
Because her daughter's name was Kaylee. I remember that absolutely devastating me. We were so committed to this.
Everyone was.
It was so shocking. Kaylee was not reported missing until 31 days after she had actually gone missing, or 31 days after Casey killed her. Casey was off partying, having a big time. Nothing was wrong. And Casey's mother was the one that reported Kaylee
But Casey,
missing.
where did you think your daughter was?
There was chloroform found in her back seat, Kaylee's hair. She was found in this plastic bag. There were all these things. And she was found innocent. I don't know how.
It makes me want to go back and watch all of that, but it would just make me so sick.
It would make me so sick too.
So I wouldn't eat. And then
But I don't remember how that trial wrapped up. I remember being so long, and I kind of do want to. They have a documentary, right?
Do they?
It's like, I don't want to give her any more publicity, but
I
we watched the
know.
Jeffrey Dahmer stuff.
I know.
I mean, we did.
We did. Well,
Anyway, we're so excited to watch Trial by Fire this week. You can watch it on Netflix. Our final segment of the day is Twintuition, where you guys write in questions for us to ask each other. Or your Twintuition could be something just about our lives as twins. Like, do you guys have the same dreams? Things like that. So for today, if your twin could switch places with anyone for a day, who would it be? Okay. She said can't be each other. So growing up, we couldn't understand how we were two different people, but we were also the same. Like, we were so connected.
what's the question that we would ask each other every single day? 1, 2, 3.
What does it feel like inside your body?
That was what I wanted to know.
I just wanted to know what it felt like inside your body.
Like, what does it feel like, though? And I'm like, well, gurgly.
Literally.
Like, I don't
Literally.
know. But if I could, I know she said not each other, so we'll give a different answer. But I really would want to. I just want to get inside that brain. I feel like I am inside that brain, and I know what you're thinking. I mean, I absolutely do. But I also just, ultimately, I just want to take away, like, all of your worries and your frustrations in life. And, like, I
Same.
hate that you would feel those things.
Same.
That somebody would do you wrong.
Same.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with you.
I know. Who in the
So
world would I want to
Trade places with.
I don't even think I know enough people to come up with
Me either.
an answer that means anything.
I don't think there's
Maybe,
anyone I want to trade places with.
like, for a day, just to see what it's like. My pastor, Carlos Sibley.
Beth Anne. That's such a good one. So
I
you can live inside his brain for
Uh-huh.
just a day.
and so that I can learn
Absorb so much that he
and
knows.
learn how to practice patience and learn how to like, I would just be taking notes the whole time I was inside of his body, living his life. His composure. I mean, knowledge, obviously. His perspective. There's a word that I'm trying to think of that he absolutely encompasses. But yeah, Carlos Sibley, my pastor.
That's an amazing choice.
I feel like I'm going to spend the rest of my life, like, catching up to all the things that he knows.
I would want.
I love learning,
Yeah.
but I'm like, crap, I wish I already knew that. Like, there's things that I learned that I'm like, if I knew that, I wouldn't have made that decision. If I knew that, I would have reacted differently. If I knew that. And Carlos just knows them.
I would want to spend one day as Gage Cervenka. Okay. So that I could know what he thinks about me. Like, what he actually thinks about. I want to know, like, what? Like, what, though?
Like what now?
Like, what? Why do you think I'm
Me.
pretty? And what's your favorite things about me? And, like, when are you going to
Yes.
propose? I just want to know those things.
Yes, and like, when do you think about me? Like, are you kind
do
of
you think
always
about
thinking
me?
about me? Or is, like, I pop in during these times? Or
Are
like,
you ever thinking negatively about me?
are you? That would make me not like you.
So, Gage, I want to hop inside your brain for a day. Ugh, I wish I could.
That was good. Wait, I'm going to be so aggravated that I can't be Carlos Sibley now.
No. We just need to spend more time with him.
Yeah, we do. I'm going to spend time with, or actually, by the time this episode comes out, I will have already had the weekend with my best friend Cheney, his daughter, Cheney Sibley. Can't wait.
I'm
excited.
so excited for you.
She was like, do you want to, like, do anything? Like, what do you want to do? Tell me what you want to do. I have no reservations. I'm like, honestly, I'm going to be there for probably like 3 or 4 nights. Just a sushi dinner.
Yeah.
Like, get us a sushi dinner anywhere, somewhere, whatever night you want to make it.
Yeah.
I'm there.
That sounds fire.
It was a good little sushi dinner. And we have a Pilates class scheduled. I'm going to bring Fiona. She's never met Fiona. Did you know that? I asked her, I was like, wait, why am I having a moment where you've never met Fiona? I mean, granted, I've only had her, I haven't even had her a year, actually. So, but I mean, I have seen Cheney within the year. Anyway, I guess it's just never worked out for her to meet her. But I'm so excited. I'm going to bring her a road trip. I'm going to put her car seat in my passenger seat. It's going to be fire flames.
Yes.
Yes, and our built protein bars are coming in the mail, so I'm going to have that to snack on.
Like, when are they coming? I've been craving them
Okay.
so bad. Can you please look?
So sorry, I'm
you
just
please look?
knocked over my, yep, I will.
We have another submission for Twintuition, which is really good.
Okay.
Kaylee, what's Beth Ann's favorite compliment to receive?
Oh, I have really, really disturbing news.
It got what?
Oh, Saturday by 9 p.m.
Oh my gosh, we're not going to be here.
No, they're moving through network at Salt Lake City, Utah. Good
Nobody
grief.
around here has built puff bars.
But we'll
That's
just go buy
ridiculous.
them.
Yes. There was one box left at Walmart the other day. When I picked one up, I should have just gotten both.
We need to quit telling people about them.
Yeah, they're so good.
We're girl bossing too hard on the Built
They went
protein
viral
bars.
on TikTok, and we'll never get our hands on them. Kaylee, what's Beth Ann's favorite compliment to receive?
Ooh.
Do you have it? I feel like there's like so many.
Yeah, there's so many because there's different ways to be complimented.
Yeah. Is it when someone tells you that you're so like vibrant and radiant?
Yeah,
and
like that I made
beautiful?
them happy.
Yeah.
Like when someone tells me that I made them happy, I'm like, that's so motivating. I'm like, wait, okay. Like,
Yeah.
Like not that I'm like putting on a show, but it's just like in my head, like I want to be that. Not all the time because I can't be that all the time. But when someone's just like, wait, I'm so happy. Or if someone makes me feel like my presence is making them happy.
Yes.
I'm
That's
lit.
good. Yes. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Beth Ann.
Another one is that I smell good.
Of course.
Like that's really awesome.
What about that your breath smells good?
That just should never even have to be something like that should just never have to come up. Like that should just be like, obviously her breath smells good. Because like she just smells good. Like when okay.
Beth Ann, what makes Kaylee laugh the most?
Oh my God, I'm screaming. Okay. I would say when someone says something that you were already thinking, specifically dad. Like when dad starts to talk about something that you are not starts to talk about something, but like when his reaction is the reaction you were going to have, or when he gives his opinion, it's literally what you were about to say. Like that cracks you up because you're like, yes.
Yeah.
And like, I'm the same way truly when someone said, and I'm like, wait, you thought of that too. Like I was thinking that, and it's just so funny.
It's
Especially
so
when the context like is funny in itself.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're already laughing about something.
Yes.
Especially dad.
Yes.
You and dad just, oh, y'all are so funny together. I love y'all.
Yeah, I laugh so hard.
I know.
Also, when Mr. Run then, like when he says anything, he is so funny. He's literally so funny.
In what ways do you think I'm funny?
I think you're so funny when you say things I like haven't thought of. I'm like, oh my gosh, what? She's so funny.
No, me too. That's
I
so
think
funny.
you're so funny. You're honestly just so funny.
You are too.
I don't even know, like,
You are too. Sometimes
your
just looking at you.
reactions, like something funny about you is when I tell you something that we forgot about that like we have to do.
The way I look at you.
And like your reaction, you're like
Great. No, I agree, Kaylee. Like when you say things like, oh my goodness. Or like this morning when we realized we didn't charge the camera batteries yet. Like I had to cancel things throughout my day because of that.
no, I mean
That's
that
so
is
funny.
hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
I
my
also
gosh.
think it's funny when sometimes I just don't give my raw reaction to things. Like I decide to use a more upbeat tone just to like give that person like the feeling that everything's okay. I love to act. Like someone
love
I
acting
can't even
too.
give you an example right now, but like, and I'm like, oh no, like literally it's so fine. Like
Just like when we're in public and some like a stranger says something to us and we have this out of pocket conversation or just like what is even going on, but we continue having the conversation and they walk away and then me and you are
debrief it.
like, okay, that's always a funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
We love to laugh.
Remember when that guy was on his motorcycle and he was going to do like a little wheelie or something, and we were in Indiana, and he goes by us and he's like, hey, one of y'all pretty ladies want to be my backpack? And then he rooms up and wheelies and then falls back. His motorcycle goes flying across the highway. He goes flying in the opposite direction and almost gets ran over by the car behind him.
It was so
That was so funny.
traumatic.
And then he walks by, like an hour later, we see him. He's like, you know, got his bicycle dealt with, and he's going to go get him a bear. He needs a bear. And Kaylee goes, hey, next time, one of us on the backpack next time. And he's like, yeah, sounds good. Like, that's hilarious.
Like he was trying to be so impressive. This was so cringy and embarrassing. And pulls up to the sidewalk. We're walking on our way to a Riley Green concert. One of y'all want to be my backpack? Does the freaking wheelie thing, flies across the road. God, that was so
Crazy.
Got my heart rate up.
Like, what's he doing?
More than where he is.
I hope he's dieting.
Dieting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needs to.
The cushion helped break the fall. I don't know how he wasn't dead meat on that road. I'm not kidding.
Literally me either.
That was actually the craziest thing ever.
Oh,
I love you so much.
No, love you more. This was a
So,
ball. Fiona's
we're
getting like
going
impatient
to
over here.
Have a bite after this because I'm hungry.
Okay, let's have a bite.
And then lift.
Sure.
We need to get my rental car.
Let's go get your rental car.
I was rear-ended back November 26, 2024, and it's been an absolute mess with the insurance company and the people who hit me trying to get everything lined up. So I finally dropped my car off to get repaired last week. So I'm like, it's been 3 months, and I really wanted to have a rental car reservation when I dropped my car off, but the parties couldn't communicate enough to get me a rental car reservation, so I've just gone without a car for a week. Well, I'm done doing that.
Mm-hmm.
An inconvenience in my gear. Even
That's
though
right.
I know it's not an inconvenience for us
well,
to go
no,
places together.
my
It's been
gosh, I didn't mean to
amazing,
say
but
that's
I am
right.
going out of town this week, and like I have to have a car.
Yes, I was not trying to say that you were being an inconvenience because you're not.
I know.
We've had so much fun being in the same car.
I hope I get a nice rental.
Kaylee, you'll demand it.
Well,
Close us in prayer, Kaylee.
let's do it, girl.
Let's get on with this day. Woo.
Come over here. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this day. And thank you for waking us up this morning and breathing life into our lungs. Thank you for sunny blue skies. Lord, thank you for the opportunity we have to go throughout this day and to grow closer to you, to know you more. I pray for everybody that wrote in asking for advice. God, I pray that they would bring their problems to you. Lord, that you would give them peace and discernment in each of their situations. God, I pray that you will keep us safe the rest of this week and this weekend as we are both traveling. I pray that you will keep a hand of protection over our nation and all of our loved ones. Thank you so much for sending your one and only Son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross to save us for our sins. Father, we're so thankful for this life on earth and the opportunity to spend eternal life with you. Love you so much. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Man, you're getting good at that, Miss Hooch. You are, babe.
Well,
Well,
it's just like we're talking to Jesus. Like, whoa, like, it's so crazy. He's in the room.
He's in the room. He's in the room.
I think I'm going to sing that after every time I pray, perhaps.
Okay.
Y'all remember this.
We love ya,
and Jesus saves ya.
Bye.